Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Testing. How's that, Ayub? Testing. How's that, Ayub? Hello and welcome to the Kingdom of Football. My name's Arran James Horton and today we're going to do a review of the big match this weekend, which was Phnom Penh Crown versus Preah and Svay. Just check out a few technical glitches. If you can't hear me, just let me know in the comments. Thanks for that, Ayub, and we'll get going. First of all, everybody that's followed Kingdom of Football, thank you so far. We've had a lot of really good feedback. Kingdom of Football brings you three things, brings you insight. So we're going to try and give you some analysis, some tactics, and let you know what we see in the game from an expert opinion. The second thing we do, you'll see on our page, lots of entertaining content. So we're going to try and make it fun. Little banter, as the Cambodians call it, is trolling. And the last part is we really want to get the fans involved. So if you're a fan of Cambodian football and you want to give your opinion on a game, any feedback, any match reviews, let us know. This is a platform for Cambodian football fans as well. You may have seen some of our team out of the games. This weekend as well, we'll be at some matches too. So obviously 4 games this weekend, and the game we're going to talk about is Phnom Penh Crown versus Svay. And it was a really good match, a good spectacle for Cambodian football. People are saying it's a bit of a tough one for Phnom Penh Crown. They've had a bad start, but from what I saw, I'm sure they will come good at some point. When we do this analysis and when I give my opinion, really going to just try and focus on one team. So in this match, going to focus on the winning team. We're going to talk about them. So hopefully you watch the game. If you didn't watch the game, hopefully this gives you a bit of a picture of what happened in the match. And unfortunately, due to copyright, we cannot show any video. So all I have is still images, but hopefully you will still get some from them and learn a bit more about how we saw the game. Okay, so here we go. Just get the first image up for you. Now, if you watch the game, the first half, Svay have absolutely dominated, and they get 3 goals very quickly, and Phnom Penh Crown were only able to come back with 1 goal. The first image I have for you here is from the first goal. So hopefully you've seen this one, and it's a really, really simple goal. The ball's played long from the Svay keeper, and Haber just heads it on into the space for Preah to run into. And the reason I wanted to show you this image is, as you can see there, Phnom Penh Crown, they've got 3 defenders. Now, it's sometimes interesting when you play with three defenders, you really have to get your positioning right. Now, the mistake that happened here is the central defender for Phnom Penh Crown. He stepped up with Haber to win the header. Unfortunately, what happened is Haber has won it and he's flicked it on, as we say. So he's used the back of his head to head it into the space, which again, it's not an easy skill, but he's done it. Preah has then been the first to react. He's shown quick speed, and then he goes on to take a couple of touches, take it around the keeper and scored. So that's how they scored the first goal. Now, for the three defenders for Phnom Penh Crown, did they make a mistake? It's really tough in this situation. The two centre-backs, the two wide defenders, could have been a little closer together to prevent that ball into the space. But there is some very good link-up play, and it's really what we call traditional link-up play. A big striker winning a header for a quick player. It's a really good, quick and direct goal. All in all, when the ball is played from the Svay keeper, you have one touch from Haber, and then Preah, he's really quick and he just takes 2 touches to take it around the keeper. So for this goal in all, it's only 3 touches. One thing Phnom Penh Crown could have done is to prevent the ball into Haber is one of the midfielders could have just played a little bit deeper, because actually, as you see for this goal, it's 3v3, and when it is 3v3 in that situation, speed is usually going to win. So if you have a player like Preah, he can chase onto the ball and get the first goal. And I just want to now move on to just talk about Preah. I've watched him last year at Tiger, but what really impressed me was his delivery of the ball. His set plays from corners, from free kicks. This guy's left foot is magical. And one of the things that we saw in the game, Svay have actually obviously picked up on this, obviously why they signed him, but he's taking corners from the left side and he's also taking corners from the right side. In football, you only take corners from both sides with the same foot if that foot is very accurate, very lethal. So his left foot has been magical. So he got the first goal, and what happened in the next 2 goals is obviously there's a little bit of play and pressure, and then it results in the corner. Now, Kira comes up for the corner, and it's a great header. Did Phnom Penh Crown do anything wrong in this situation? I'm not quite sure. What I would say is, again, having a player like Marcus Haber in your team, he's very good in the air. Maybe the defenders were a little too focused on Haber, and it leaves Kira with an opportunity to score. But it's a very good delivery and a very good header. Phnom Penh Crown were able to come back, so they did have 1 goal at this point, and then it's 2-1. Now, the third goal, I would recommend every viewer to get onto the Svay official Facebook page and watch the highlights of this goal, because what a strike it is. Obviously, the corner comes in from Preah. Phnom Penh Crown do good to clear. Then Soyut takes 2 touches, 1 to control, 1 to strike, and it is Steven Gerrard-esque. So it's just a really good goal. So I would recommend you to get on the Svay page and watch the highlight for that goal. Now, as we've looked at the first 3 goals, all in all, is the first one from Preah, 2 touches. The second one from Kira is the header, and the third one from Sokyuti. These are all goals where the play from Svay from the last match when they played Kiravon, and they did play a more direct style, but obviously again Kiravon, they did possess the ball a little more. I mean, by this time in the first half, the game is what we would say is wrapped up. So obviously going in at halftime, 3-1 to Svay. it's obviously a big battle for Phnom Penh Crown to come back into the match. Now, at half-time, when it's 3-1 and you're playing away from home and you come out for the second half, one thing that you do really need is experience. And that is what this guy Mizuno really brought in the second half. He actually didn't touch the ball too many times, but what he really did do was when his players needed to track back, he was the one to tell them. When his players needed to press, he was the one to tell them. His experience really delivered the win in the second half. This is just one image to just show an example. Phnom Penh Crown have just lost the ball, but as you can see, we've got 4 Svay defenders, another line of 4, and then we have Haber really high. It's just, in the second half, it's really hard to break down. And it's really compact as well. And you can see even in this image that we have is Mizuno's got his hands out. He's telling everybody where to be, what positions they need to be in. It was some really great leadership from him. Now, just to round this little match review off, is just to mention Marcus Haber. He did not score in this game, but one of the things that Haber does, he's such a focal point for any team because of his height, but he's actually so fantastic in the air. It's a skill. Now, you can be as tall as him, but heading the ball is not easy, and being in the right position to do so is not easy. He had a really crucial game, and from our statistician, we had that he challenged for the ball in the air 24 times, and he was successful in 23 of them. So that means every time this guy jumps, more than likely, he's going to win the header. How other teams the rest of the season are going to deal with that, it's a really tough question they're going to have to ask themselves. They have a couple of options to try and prevent the ball into him, try and double up on him. But when this guy jumps, he's going to win the header. He didn't score in this match, but looking to the future, it's obvious that he's going to score goals. So it'll be interesting to see for the future matches how other opposition teams are going to deal with him. And then secondly, one of the other options is maybe you can just try and outscore Svay. Okay, so just kind of getting to the end of the review now. And I just wanted to mention Svay coach for this match, Oriol. Obviously, Connor's not been on the touchline. I'm not sure why. Possibly it could be COVID-19, so we wish him good health. But I think this is a really good compliment to Svay that the number 2 coach can come in and lead the team and lead the win. It's a compliment to them to show that they have a really strong backroom staff. It's a compliment that they have a really good structure that the players can just carry on as normal and to execute their tactics. For Oriol as well, I think probably looking for a head coach job last season after he left Tiger, but he's found himself leading the team as well. So it's not easy. And to the players as well, it shows really that Svay is a really well-run club, that they can follow leadership from different voices, which is not always easy. So just a really well done to Oriol for coaching the team to the win. Just go back to my big screen. Sorry, wrong one. Yes, so just to round it up, focused on the winning team. Phnom Penh Crown didn't do too much wrong, so it's early doors yet, but Svay obviously the better team in this match. Hopefully I've highlighted some of the reasons why they won the match and you enjoyed the report. We're going to try and focus on some matches moving forward and looking at all the teams in the league this year. That's it from Kingdom of Football. So thank you for watching. If you have any comments, just try and let us know. In future, if you have any questions, let us know. And that's it for tonight. And hopefully see you again. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.